Hey everybody, it's Trigger Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the channel. Today we have an exciting gun review. We're going to be taking a look at the Taurus TX 22 TORO. It's their Gen 2 version. Should be a great time. Let's get to shooting. Okay, but let's take a look at the firearm that we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the Taurus TX 22, which has been out for quite a few years, but about a year ago they recently released the Gen 2 version and the TORO version. So this is their optics mounting system. And we take a look at it. I do have a Siley Cat Pro X mounted on it. I actually have shot it before this video that we've done. I just wanted to make sure that it worked without the optic mounted on it, and it did, but this is my first time shooting it with the optic mounted on it. It does have Glock type sights on it. It does have a traditional-ish 1911 style safety. If we can take it around onto the backside, we are at a range, and it is an ambi safety. The mag release is swappable for those lefties out there. They put in quite a few more lightning cuts on this because they're now mounting the optic to the slide versus you could only get a slide mounted optic, or if you got their competition version and then it wasn't mounted to the slide, it was mounted to the frame. So this looks like and trains like more of a traditional type of gun. And that's one of the philosophies of use, typically more of a 22, is that you can train with it and mimic the handgun that you have of a higher caliber. It won't get the recoil, but it gets some recoil and allows you to practice draws and get you the feel of it. This is a very good ergonomic pistol, and I'm very impressed with Taurus. I know there are challenges with Taurus, but from everyone that I have seen and now my own experiences with this is a fantastic shooting gun. Also in this new version, it's a very traditional 1/2 by 28 threaded barrel. In a future video, we'll take a look and see how this gun suppresses. Today, we're just going to get it out, talk through the features, do a little bit of shooting, a little bit of accuracy and performance testing. I have a couple of different types of ammunition. We'll see how it runs with those. But yeah, so far has very nice features. The trigger pull is quite nice. It's around 3.5 to 4 pounds in that trigger pull, and so very good. A little bit comes to a take up and then mushes through to another wall, and then very crisp on that final wall. Again, it does have a safety on it, which I think is a great feature for 22 caliber guns, because I think, you know, if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. But I do think a lot of 22s are used for newer type shooters, and getting used to that safety gives them a little bit of a feeling of safety. So yeah, so I think this is a fantastic gun. I'm really excited to shoot it and get some rounds down on it. Did come with a 22 round capacity magazine and a 16 round capacity magazine. Now, what's unique, and I think Taurus really came out with this, and now SIG with the P322 has followed suit, and then FN has followed suit, but higher capacity, YouTube, this is a low capacity magazines by your standards, because it is a 15 round magazine and a 22 round magazine. That does not violate any YouTube standards or policies. But Taurus really broke it open when they came out with these magazines. One of the fun parts about a 22 is the ammo is cheap, and you feel like you can shoot it forever. You don't get as tired. So, but the problem with it is most traditionally they're 10 round magazines in most guns, maybe even less than that. And so they came out with these guns that have these higher capacity magazines, almost stack and a half, if you will. And that really allowed for them to get something that's kind of groundbreaking. It's now been a couple of years down the road. They've made some improvements with this one. So let's see how it shoots and try this thing out. I'm excited. Okay, well, we have the target downranged about 5-7 yards, and we're going to be shooting with the Siley Cat X Pro, which I've had on other guns and I really like. It is a circle dot reticle. And yeah, so we're going to take a look and see where the dot is at the moment. So the dot appears to be high. We'll make this safe. We'll make some adjustments and we'll be right back in. Okay, well, we have some more of that Thunderbolt ammunition, not much more. We'll finish off this mag in a second and go on to it. I think we're mostly sighted in with this dot is good enough for at the moment. I may do some sighting in later. We're done. So ran all of those just fine. All right, well, that's good enough. Why don't we get some shots off on this thing and see what it really can do. That's a lot of fun. Gotta admit, that's a lot of fun. Now, Remington Thunderbolt is one of my go-to rounds for 22 because I have a couple of other 22 pistols, including the Walther PPKS, that only runs when you run some higher velocity types ammunitions. So in the future, I'm gonna have to test it out with some other kinds, but I also have some CCI mini mags just to kind of give us some other takes and other looks at what some other ammunition looks like. Why don't I load this up and we'll take it down a little bit further to range and see what this thing can do out at just a little bit further, giving us a look at if you might be doing some type of varmint or squirrel type hunting. All right, well, we got about 15 more rounds. We got a target down range and about 15 yards, 15 rounds, 15 yards. See how we do with accuracy with this gun at a little bit of distance. Yeah, I almost did better at 15 yards than I did at 7 yards. That's not quite true. But great, accurate handgun. Are you going to be shooting bullseye competitions with this? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it was designed for. But very nice barrel, very nice grip textures. It's a fun gun to shoot. I love having the extra mags. Taurus was running some kind of rebate thing where you get extra mags right now, and so I'm excited to get those in and do a little bit more plinking with this. I think it's a fun time. I think it's a fun gun. Let's wrap things up. Okay, well, let's wrap things up with this Taurus TX 22, their Gen 2 TORO version with their optics ready slide. I think it's a great option. We live in a great day for 22 caliber pistols. I think the last couple of years, things have really revolutionized with the magazine capacity and being able to put these in reliable guns. Oftentimes you'll see that these 22 caliber guns are not very reliable or they're very ammo picky. I know we only tested out 2 today, but I have great hopes for this of running a large variety of ammunition in it, but time will tell. So let me know what you guys think about the TX22. Do you have one? What's your experience has been? Do you have the SIG? Do you have the FN? Do you have the M&P? Tell me what your favorite 22 caliber handgun is in the comments below. Hope everyone has a great week and let's get to shooting.
Out here in the heartland, where our spirits run free, trigger bar philosopher, it's you and me. From pistols to rifles, we'll take on the best, reviewing each weapon, put them to the test. With revolvers and shotguns, we'll break it all down. The Second Amendment protects from the crown. Shooting for the stars, defending our rights. With God in our heart, we'll rise to new heights. From the range to the woods, we're ready to roll. Trigger bar philosopher, heart and soul. In the land of the brave, we stand tall and free. Prepping for tomorrow, prepared you will be. Conceal, carry wisdom, good guy with a gun. Self-defense strategies, we'll make it fun. Night vision gear on, we move with no light. Tactical training, prepared for the fight. Ammunition test and ballistic gel in sight. Choosing the best rounds, we'll find out what's right. Shooting for the stars, defending our rights. With God in our heart, we'll rise to new heights. From the range to the woods, we're ready to roll. Trigger bar philosopher, heart and soul. In the land of the brave, we stand tall and free. Prepping for In the spirit of freedom, we'll always unite. With God in our hearts, we'll continue the fight.